To get started, I will be using 3 pounds of potatoes. These are Gold Yukon potatoes, but I normally like to use russet potatoes. You use what you have. I'm going to peel them and then cut most of the small ones in half, and the larger ones cut them in quarters. So once I peeled them, here I have them in a pot on the stove in cold water. I like to start my potatoes in cold water. That's not a rule I came up with. Basically, you want to start with cold water so it gives the center of the potato time to come up to temperature with the exterior of the potato. That's just how I do it. You do what you like. I just thought I'd throw that tip out there for you. So again, my cut potatoes are in a pot of cold water, and once they start to come up to a boil, as you can see, I'm starting to get some bubbles here, I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes and allow them to boil. And it's not a hard boil, it's somewhere in between, for around 20 minutes until they are fork tender. Okay, so my potatoes are ready. They are fork tender. As you can see, the fork goes right into them and they come off the fork easily. So now what I'm going to do is basically drain all of this water and place it back into the pot. And once I place it into the pot, I'm going to cover it with a lid and just set it aside. When you let the potato set, it sort of helps any residual water sort of evaporate and absorb back into the potato, so you're not mashing with tons of water at the bottom. But I'm also going to work on a gravy, so covering it with a lid will keep those potatoes nice and hot until I'm ready to mash them. Okay, so on to the gravy. Here I have a small sauce pot and I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of oil. This is actually, I think I'm using safflower oil or avocado oil. Vegetable oil works just fine. You could also use butter, but 3 tablespoons. Once it's heated, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I'm just sort of fluffing up the flour and scooping tablespoons of flour into my preheated oil. And then I'm basically going to cook out the flour. Now I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of chicken broth and 1 cup of beef broth. I've mixed them both in a measuring cup, but basically it is a cup of each. Okay, so now that all of the lumps and everything are worked out in this gravy, I am now going to add the next ingredient. And this is the ingredient that gives it the brown color, and it also does season it. I will be using a 1/2 teaspoon of Kitchen Bouquet. It's browning and seasoning sauce. Okay, so now I'm just going to combine everything well, and I can already tell that my gravy has thickened, so now I'm going to add the rest of that broth mixture. Again, that is 2 cups of liquid going into this gravy, and I mixed 1 cup of chicken broth, 1 cup of beef broth. So now that everything is mixed, I'm basically going to taste it, and then I'm just going to salt and pepper to taste. I also wanted to show you really quick this whole process of cooking up the flour and stirring in the gravy. I was working with a low heat. So for those of you trying to attempt to make this gravy, just bring things up to a gradual heat before adding the oil and the flour. Don't work with a high heat because things will burn before you have a chance to actually get a smooth and creamy gravy. So again, I'm salt and pepper to taste. Gonna give it another whisk and then it's done. Okay, so now it's time to work on my mashed potatoes. So they are still hot. I had them sitting over there for around 10 to 15 minutes, however long it took me to make this gravy. So now what I'm going to do is basically start adding my milk, my butter, and my salt. That's the only thing that I put in my mashed potatoes. So here I'm going to salt to taste. You can start with like a half teaspoon of salt and work your way up. Remember, start with a little and then gradually add because you can't take it out once you've added it. So now I'm going to go in with around 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter. It's up to you. I think this is like right around 3.5 tablespoons of butter. And I just sort of melted it in the microwave. And next, I am going to gradually add a cup of whole milk. Basically, I start off with a half cup and then I gradually add the rest. And I also warmed my whole milk in the microwave. You want to work with warm ingredients because you don't want to shock the potatoes and work with cold milk and cold butter. You're going to bring down the temperature of the potatoes. You want to serve them hot to warm by the time you get it on your plate. So now I'm just going to mash and mix, and then I'll add a little bit more salt, a little bit more milk, and ultimately, again, I'm working with 1 cup of whole milk. You could also use heavy cream. I've even used evaporated milk. I know during the holidays I have tons of cans of evaporated milk for recipes, so that also works. Okay, so that is the last of the milk. Again, that was 8 ounces of milk. And basically my potatoes are done once I combine everything well. So these mashed potatoes and delicious gravy that I made is going alongside a delicious homemade meatloaf. I will leave the recipe video link in the description below this video and at the end of this video. So now I am just going to serve this plate and definitely top everything with this delicious brown gravy. I certainly hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.